Hey, this is Eli, aka Devoted Day Trader. Today I made a mistake on Sage, which cost me the day. Also, a mistake on AMD as well. So Sage and AMD cost me the day today because of a mental mistake that I made. So let's get to the trades. On Sage in the Sage is a bio company. They are trying to make a bounce after they sold off from the 150s on the daily chart. They sold off pretty much by about $100 on December 5th because their their depression drug that they launched was disappointing, so people just sold. So now it's trying to make a comeback. It's trying to fill this gap on the daily chart. But yesterday it had a trending day on the 5-minute chart, so it moved from 68 all the way to 72 in the pre-market. It kept going up, but so the first 5-minute bar was bearish. Sellers were in control, and once the low of this bar, this second doji, was violated, I went short for a 5-minute opening range breakdown with the high of this doji bar as my stop, but it kept consolidating. And then I started watching the 2-minute, and I saw on the 2-minute that it bounced off the 2-minute 200 moving average, and also I saw that we were at the wedge from yesterday. So if we make a wedge right here, a trend line. So we were basically I saw that we had a trend line from yesterday, so plus we have previous closing price, so I decided to flip my position and went long once this level looked like it was holding, and we have a wedge here. Looks like we have a micro double bottom here. So I flipped my position, but then once it didn't squeeze up, I got out. And then once I saw that we made a double bottom, I went long again. And then once I noticed that we were selling off, I flipped, I got out. And then I decided to go short, but then by this point I was at my max loss for the day. So so my platform kicked me out, told me that I couldn't place any more trades. So that was the case with Sage. In hindsight, this was not the best trade. I did let this stock affect my trading and my psychology. I shouldn't have tried shorting it here, giving the support below. I'm not too upset about this attempt to go long, but yeah, it is what it is. AMD was another trade, which is unfortunate. I took 2 stabs at it. So my first trade was once I saw that the second bullish bar didn't get a follow through, and we closed on the low of this bar. I went short, hoping to get to this line right here, which is last week's high. It's probably gonna get there at some point today. And then I stopped out once it squeezed up. I Once this high was taken out violently by this red bar, meaning that sellers are in control, and we were below VWAP, I went short, but my stop was too tight. I placed my stop on the high of this bar, but my stop should have been above the moving averages, and right now I could have been profitable. So yeah, so I know exactly what mistakes that I made today on AMD. The first trade, I'm not upset with it. This was a good trade, but the second trade, I should have given my stock more room, and I could have still been in the trade, and I could have been profitable right now. On Sage, the mistake that I made was trying to short into support. So these were the trades today. Definitely learned my lesson. It sucks to end Friday red. I had a great week this week. Last week was also pretty good. So yeah, disappointed with the way I traded today, but I guess these type of days happen as part of trading. And if you guys have any questions or comments, feel free to comment below, and I will see you guys next week. Peace.